Hey, we're here for our third interview in the Carriage House Conversations, and we're here with Jim and Cindy Bender of Cindy Bee Florals, and they have been doing florals at the barn here as one of our preferred vendors since 2017, close to when we opened. I've known Jim and Cindy for a very long time. She's been a florist and a friend to me forever. Cindy's known in the area for very unique, creative florals. So whenever I explain what kind of florals she does, I just say, give her an idea and she'll go with it. She's just so imaginative, so creative. And I think that's what people really flock to her for and expect out of her. And she always delivers. Always fresh, always creative, just wonderful, beautiful designs. And you can really go back through a lot of our things on Instagram and things on Facebook where we tag the florists and vendors, and you'll see Cindy's work and you can get a good idea of the things that she does and the things that she can offer you. So let's chat with Jim and Cindy a little bit.
Okay.
You may have guessed that they are husband and wife.
45 years.
45 years.
45 long years.
And I've never heard them fight.
Oh, we do. Oh, we do.
And their daughter
The
Molly.
yin and the yang.
Yeah, they do get along great. Their daughter Molly works with them a lot. Molly's husband works with them a lot.
It's a family thing.
Yeah. Molly would maybe be here, but she's home with brand new twin baby boys.
Yes.
Now Molly has 4 boys. Yeah.
And I'm nuts.
Yeah. I can imagine. That's a lot.
It is a
4
lot.
grandsons. That's fun.
Yeah.
So, when did you start floral designing? You worked in the mall, didn't you?
No, I worked at a couple of florists in the area. I never worked at the mall.
I thought, wasn't someone in the mall? Wasn't there a floral in the mall?
No,
Okay.
wasn't me. No.
All right.
So yeah, I started at the age of 12
Wow.
sweeping floors at a local florist.
Okay.
And I went from there. They liked me and started showing me things, and I worked there. I moved on up from 12 years old, and I started about 15, 16 designing. And from there, it just was from all the time, you know. And I worked at one flower shop till I was 17 in the area, and then at 18 I left there and went to another flower shop. He offered me more advancement of showing me more into the wedding flowers. So I took that. Jim and I were married at age 21, and at 21, before that, my father had passed away, so I wasn't able to advance into like going to a flower school. That's what I wanted to do. But we got married, and the flower business is hard. I mean, there's a lot of dirty things and a lot of hard work.
Right.
And I decided at the age of I was around 23. I left the flower business, but I continued to do it, whatever job I was in. And people always would call and say, could you do this for me? Could you do that for me? Could you do weddings? And luckily, a lot of the wholesalers out there would not allow people like me, because I didn't have a storefront, to buy from them. And so it was difficult in the beginning, but nowadays it's okay. They allow you to go in and buy whatever you want.
Okay.
But they wanted the florist to have a storefront, and I did not. But I was able to make it. I was able to do what like people at my other jobs, they would say, would you do this for me? Could you make a corsage for me? Could you do this? And I would do it. And So life went on. We had 2 kids. We were running around like chickens with the kids, and I still had the passion of the flower business, but in those days we lived off paychecks, 2 paychecks. So I wasn't able to bring myself to start my own business. And a lot of times Jim and I have discussed, what if what if we were 20 years younger? I would have definitely started the business. I would have definitely, what I know today.
Right.
But you don't know those things.
Right.
So you stay the steady path. So our daughter Molly had number 1 grandchild, and I was 57, and I decided I was going to retire from my job. I wasn't old enough to retire, but I was going to stay home and be a grandma because I was never able to stay home with my other 2. So I did, and it was great. The first year was awesome. I still was doing some flowers for people. Not a lot, but I was still doing when people called. And then a year went by, and Jim worked for 35 years at a company, and he got hurt. So he had to have surgery and go through physical therapy and all of that. And he went back to work, and they told him that there was no job here for him. So of course, at this point I thought, oh, I have this little baby I love. I'm gonna have to go back to work. We had no insurance. And so I thought one day he came home and I said, what would you say if I beefed up the flower business? And he kind of chuckled and said, well, we can try it for a couple months and see what happens. Well, that's the history right there. That's what happened. We started it, and we haven't looked back. It has been wonderful. The support of the people that I have is incredible. It is incredible. And in the meantime, Jim kind of started his own little gig, and he makes arches of all colors and sorts and whatever you need, and he would take them to any venue that needed them. And that's how he started. Like, we even have other florists who call and rent them from us. We have, if someone is getting married that day, they have first choice on the arches. Then if someone else needs them, they get to pick what the first one didn't need. So he's really busy in the summer of moving arches around all the time. So it works, you know. And I've been published in 2 blogs, and I've been 6 times Wedding Wire from
Couple's Choice.
Couple Choices. And I wasn't this year, but the year before I was People's Choice Award for Williamsport. So people are aware of what I do. I do a lot of also a lot of events, and which is great, in between or the same time. I try not to take too many weddings on the weekend, but I have taken up to 6.
Wow.
One weekend, yeah. And this year I have made myself a promise to myself that I would not do as many.
I heard this story before from you.
We both have discussed things like that. So anyway, that's kind of who I am, and I'm very detail oriented, and Jim also is like, it needs another flower, or he also is behind me. I touch it all. I do have my daughter Molly who helps, but she is more the grunt work. Like, she doesn't do any of the designing. 6 weddings, I touched it all. So I do have ladies that help me set up, because I can't be everywhere at the same time when all the weddings are going on, but I try to be. I try to stay as much as I can and run to the other one, but when it's from county to county, I can't do that. And they know that when we start, that I can't do it. But I'm 6 miles away from the barn, and I rent a studio in town, and that's 4 miles. So the barn is like heaven because we can run back and forth real quick.
And setting up the arches.
And
That's
setting
nice,
up the
'cause
arches,
we
we
do
can
that
bring-
the night before
Yep,
sometimes.
night before,
Yeah.
and he'll take them down.
For
You don't have
rehearsal.
to worry about
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, yep, he does. But
One of the things that a lot of the brides like is the fact that we don't just bring the flowers and drop them
yeah,
off.
we service it.
We service the wedding. We're there usually until you go down the aisle.
Yep, even if it's not me, the girls are there doing
Yeah.
that. Yep.
We pin on the boutonnieres and
Yep.
hand out all the bridal flowers. Everything's set up. You don't have to touch a thing,
Right.
which is,
Yep.
and a lot of people like that. 'Cause they're
Mhm.
busy with their day and they don't want to be bothered doing that kind of stuff. So we do it all.
Yes.
Especially the boutonnieres. The guys don't know how to do
No,
that.
they don't. No,
I've
they're
often heard them come yelling, I don't know
Yeah.
how to do
Oh,
this.
He
Yeah.
straightens their ties up and
pulls their
make sure
shirts down.
everything's buttoned and
Like the
tucked
mom.
in. And
Yeah. Yeah, one of the good things that we do is something special is we make our own garland for down the tables. Jim, he's the head of it. He makes it all, and it's beautiful. We do whatever you want as far as greens, the eucalyptuses, and you know we like to do the Christmas stuff because that always looks so beautiful with the pines. But that is one of our specialties also. Yep. So whatever you need, we're here.
And besides weddings, you do a lot of other,
Yes,
Mhm.
yes we do. A lot
We
of,
do the day-to-day stuff,
Yeah.
Mhm,
birthday bouquets and
mhm.
Valentine's Day's coming up.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We do a lot of funeral.
Specialty pieces for that.
Yeah, I think it's a trend now. A lot of people have not just funerals, but celebrations of life,
Mhm.
and they want something unique,
Mhm.
personalized, and so they call us, and we can do. If you think it up, we can do it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I like the detailness of
Yeah,
everything.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, I have a few questions.
Okay. Oh gosh.
And I have to
Here we
write them
go.
down because I can't remember things.
Here
And
we
you may
go.
have answered them already.
All right.
You may have answered all these already because you did really good there. How many, oh no, let's do this. What's the most popular flower?
Oh. Well, I would say mostly roses.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my least
But
popular.
I like
It's
the.
a classic.
carnations.
It's classic.
It is beautiful,
It is.
Mhm.
but I like unique.
And
Mhm.
but you know what? They are growing some awesome
Colors,
colors and roses.
your varieties.
More that look more like the garden roses.
That's
The
what I
big,
like.
boldy,
Yes.
Mhm.
yes.
One that
Um,
almost looks like a peony with lots.
Yes, I was
I
just
like
gonna
that kind
say
of
that.
rose.
Peonies are very popular, but you only have a window.
Yeah.
And the
Short
window's
window.
usually about the middle of May. And right now, it's been pretty good the last couple years. They're coming, I'm able to get them in July.
Mm.
So, but they're coming out of Japan. They're not coming local, the when you get them in July. But the locals stuff is coming till the end of June.
I don't think a lot of people understand that either, where these
No,
flowers come
No.
from
Oh, it's,
and the cost of flowers.
oh,
Like when they book a wedding and expect X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
it's not like the price that you see when you go in the grocery store for a bouquet of flowers.
No.
You're looking for specialty flowers that might be coming off the side of a volcano in Ecuador or
Absolutely.
something.
absolutely, absolutely.
We have a lot of brides that, you know, we booked our venue. We're getting married next year. What would it cost for flowers?
Yeah, they
well,
want prices.
it's the price is it's like
Gas.
how do you what's the price of gas going to be next week?
What's the
You
price
don't
of
know.
food gonna be?
Exactly.
You don't
Look at
know.
eggs. Who knew
Exactly.
eggs were gonna be so
$4
crazy?
and
Yeah.
50 cents. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's hard to. We can give them a price as you can, but
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
fluid sometimes.
Yes.
It
A lot of-
fluctuates
A
so
lot of the
bad.
flowers come out of South America and so on. Now, we do deal with several local vendors who grow flowers, which are beautiful.
Yeah.
And if they
dahlias.
happen to be in season when you're getting married, we'll buy from them because we can get you a better deal on them.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes, absolutely.
you're not paying the freight, you know, or have them flown in or whatever. But we get deliveries 3 times a week of
At least.
flowers,
Yeah,
at
at
least,
least.
yes.
Mhm.
So,
And the problem is with these prices, it's not so much, well, the growers are starving for you to buy their product because they can't get the people in the fields. They can't pay the workers to get in the field to cut them, and they're losing them. So what's happening from down south is they are, you buy a container, and it's conditioned that the flowers are actually cut 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time that they're peaked, and they grow them in these containers when they ship them up. And the problem is the shipment of these containers, and when they land on the dock, they're either okay or they're spoiled. And so that's the biggest problem, is the shipping.
Yeah.
It's not so much the flowers, it's the product getting them to the places where they need to go.
So what happens if you have this wedding and you have this specialty flower and
Yes.
it gets here
Yes,
and it's spoiled?
exactly. Well, I have a backup. And
we
what
always have a backup.
we always have a backup plan. I always, when like these wholesalers love me because I buy so many flowers every month, every week. And I'll say, okay, if you want this hybrid rose, and which is like a Martha Washington rose, which is like a garden rose, and I'll say, wonder if, and that's my next question, something happens, well, we have a backup that will substitute it. There are roses out there that are a lot cheaper that look almost the same. And the same thing with dahlias. Dahlias are beautiful. They come in August and September, and sometimes you can get them in July. And it's all depending on the weather too. And I can substitute a dahlia with a mum that they have actually came up with a disc bud. They're called mums that look almost, that you wouldn't tell. I know they're not the dahlias, but girls can't tell, you can't tell. But I always am honest. I tell them if there is a problem.
Mhm.
I normally know by Tuesday of your wedding's on Saturday or Friday if there's a problem.
Mhm.
And I always make the change, but before I say it's okay, I always call the bride and say, we got a little problem.
Mhm.
Are you okay if I substitute?
Right.
And
Or-
it really doesn't happen that often.
it
A few
does
times
not.
it has,
It
and
has.
most of our flowers come out of either New Jersey, a hub in New Jersey, or
Mhm.
Bloomsburg, which is only
Yep.
45-minute drive.
And we've gone
And,
ourselves over there
Yes,
to pick up.
we've had the flowers come in and they're like, oh, these don't look good, and I would jump in the van and drive to the wholesaler
Mhm.
to either take them back and get new ones or something, a different variety that's close to what you're looking for.
Now during COVID, we were buying case lots from actually in Miami that they would ship them next day. But again, there you go, the traveling, the cost of getting them here.
Mhm.
I don't have to pay that. I pay delivery, but I don't pay the shipping. But when you start paying your own shipping, then it gets real.
Oh, I can
It gets
imagine.
very expensive. So I try not to buy from an actual dock. It's
Mhm.
better to go through a wholesaler.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
a lot of times they ship them FedEx,
Yeah.
and
You don't get them in the morning.
sometimes the boxes are smashed, the
Yeah.
flowers are smashed or
Mhm.
damaged, so,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's flowers are a perishable item.
Yes.
Mhm. Very fragile.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can't order them weeks ahead of time, they have to come in, just prior to when you need them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do many brides talk to you about preserving their bouquets?
I have had
Yes.
quite a few. There are people out west, if you get on the internet, that do it, but it's very, very expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. Now, back in the day, I used to do it, but I won't touch it now. It takes too long.
Okay.
We'd be having bins of bouquets, marking them. You'd have to, because you wouldn't know who went in that bin.
Mhm.
And it's a process. It's a
long process,
It is.
yeah.
It's a long process.
Yeah.
So I'd rather tell them
And
just
the
go.
flowers are fragile, and then when you dry them out, they're even more fragile. And
Mhm.
so, you know, it's something we don't mess with, but we do get asked that a lot.
And I'm doing a lot of drieds also, like
Oh,
with
yeah.
the plumes and the wooden flower. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
into the wooden flowers now. And that seems to be working really good too. Like even if you just get a beautiful bouquet and you need a special color, the wood flowers are the best to pop it with that. So I
Yeah, I
do,
was amazed. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
I was
that's okay.
amazed with those, how beautiful they are,
Yeah.
how thin
yeah,
the petals are.
yes, yep. And I've been buying a lot of them. I have a lot of
Yeah,
weddings
and they can
coming
be
up.
tinted pretty much any
Any
color,
color.
any color of the rainbow.
Now they do a nice tinning when you request it, but I usually go with the naturals because then I can spray it my own thing. So, yeah.
How far in advance should someone secure your services?
Well, I'm getting them for 2024 already. The sooner you know, the better, because again, I'm not taking as many. So I'm only trying to take 2 a weekend because then I can be at both places. But I do have this October, I have 4 one weekend, and I said I'm not taking, another one for that weekend. My wholesaler in Bloomsburg, I'm doing their son's wedding,
Oh, wow.
and that is that weekend. It's huge. That's going to be a huge weekend. So I have it all planned already, what's going to happen. So, yeah, I'm only going to take 2. I'm trying to take 2 and stick
And then
to
too,
them.
if we do travel, we travel to over to the Poconos,
Yeah.
Western PA. Farthest one we've ever traveled to is South Carolina.
Yep.
And we took all the flowers with us, and she built everything.
In the condo.
Yeah, we had to rented a room and build everything in the room. And but if we're traveling long distances, sometimes we'll only just take that one.
Yeah. The other thing with your flowers, I know that can fluctuate as far as the size of the wedding. Because a bride could book you and say, oh, I just want this, that, and the other thing. And the closer it gets to, she can keep adding things. So if you have 4 weddings, normal size, you might now have one of those weddings.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that does happen.
Yeah.
That does happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people change their minds quickly. This is a big one because oftentimes people will say, I'm just going to do my own flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the advantage of hiring a professional florist over doing flowers yourself?
This is what happens. Like I'm having this issue already. I have a bride coming tomorrow and to see me with her mother, and the mother calls up very upset and says, please talk to her. Please, I don't want to do this wedding. I want to do it, but I want to enjoy myself too. And that's the bottom line. I've had brides, the mothers have spent tons of money through Sam's Club and ordering direct, and they get them and they're on my doorstep. They can't do it. They're stressed. They're afraid what it's going to look like. Last minute. You owe that to you and your daughter to enjoy that day. You do not need to board. When I do it, you don't have to worry about anything. You just tell me what you got going on, and I'll do it. And that's what happened. That has happened a lot.
Now there's some brides that don't have a large budget for flowers, and they want to do they want to try and do it themselves to try and save money. And a lot of times we'll say, let us do the bridal pieces, because everybody, they're going to be in your pictures, and if you guys want to do something for the tables or something that maybe isn't quite as showy as the bridal, the boutonnieres and bouquets, that's fine too. But we're willing to do
whatever you need,
as little or as much. We can do it all, or we can do just whatever you want us to do.
And work within budgets.
That's
If they come
right.
to you and say,
That's right.
I have a limited budget.
I always ask.
Because
do you
people,
have a budget?
Maybe she's not a flower person, but she needs something there. So, maybe she wants to spend her money on a band or her dessert, but maybe flowers isn't her thing. So she has a limited budget. So you guys can Yeah, we'll help
We
you. This
always
is what we can
do.
do for
We
that.
always do.
A lot of times we'll do arrangements, like here at the barn, if they get married out in the field,
On the
and they
arch.
get an arch with, and they want it decorated, that's fine, we'll do that, or the whiskey barrels they put are up the aisle or however. And once the wedding's over, we try to encourage the bridal party to bring them inside, to utilize them inside, so they do dual purpose.
Yep.
You know, so they get the, you know, you're getting basically 2 big bouquets for the price of one.
And they do that and put them in front of the sweetheart table, so that just pops. That
It
is so
does.
beautiful.
It does.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
pictures are beautiful.
So
Now's the time for the random questions.
Oh.
And I always say you can answer as few or as many as you like. It's up to you. You can take turns. You can answer together. This is the fun part.
Okay, I'll start, I guess.
all right.
All right. It says, do you have a secret talent? Oh. I don't think so. I don't have anything hidden.
No.
I don't think so. No.
You want me to pick one?
Yeah.
What is your favorite TV show?
Oh, I know this one, I think.
My favorite TV show? I'm not sure. I like a little bit of everything. I enjoy watching, you know, Western movies, and I like
Cindy,
Family
what's
Guy. I like Family Guy.
I like
it.
that. Is that what you're
That's
gonna
it.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like Family Guy.
Guy.
I like Family Guy.
I like Family Guy.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know. I kind of watch whatever.
Do you like serious, heavy stuff?
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, I got 2 here. What is the best thing about you? Oh, dear. I don't know. I'm aggressive.
I'm aggressive.
No, you're not.
No.
You are not.
I'm honest. I pull no punches. And I want what you want. I don't sell it. It's whatever you want. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What is the best sitcom, past or present? Am I asking you this, or
No,
am I
you're-
asking myself?
You're asking yourself that.
Oh,
I
I
think.
don't know. There's so many. I like some of the old ones, like the Honeymooners,
Yeah.
the Andy Griffith Show, and I
Yeah.
like some of the new ones. You know, I mean, well, Seinfeld,
Office.
The Office,
Yeah. We watch.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
We
like.
like to laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like something.
Yeah, I prefer
humorous.
sitcoms. Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. What's the biggest risk you've ever taken? Oh, Mary Jim.
She doesn't mean that.
I
You never
think
know.
just starting the business was the biggest
Yeah.
risk, don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've talked about it for a number of years,
Yes, we
and
have.
and we just kept saying, you know, it's so competitive. It's so
There's so many in the area.
yeah. There's
Mhm.
there's a lot to consider. Plus,
Getting
our
started.
other careers, and
Yeah.
so that was a big.
It was the best time, I think, we
Yeah.
started it. Mhm.
Okay, if you had a chance to eat dessert for breakfast every day, what dessert would you go to? Let's see. I have a cousin who owns a bakery, and she makes the best chocolate roll you ever eaten. Yeah.
Where's
Tell her
this?
otherwise. Kathy's Cafe.
Down in
That's your
Houston.
cousin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tracy is my cousin.
Mhm.
Tracy Clayton. Yes.
I didn't know that.
She's doing fabulous.
Yeah.
She does beautiful, beautiful pastries. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. She doesn't make the chocolate roll for just anybody
No.
either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's this cake with that she
The
makes
pastry
real
cream.
thin, and then puts the cream in it, rolls it up, and then she drizzles chocolate over it with, and then some
Marshmallow.
kind of a marshmallow. Oh, it's
To
heaven.
die for.
Yeah.
It's like a cocoa.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah, she
chocolate,
puts-
it's cocoa.
Yeah,
in
she
it.
uses
Yeah.
cocoa and
Mhm.
sprinkles over it as well. Yeah,
It's
That
very
sounds
good.
great.
It's very good. Very good. let's see here. Do you prefer summer or winter activities? I like the beach, but I do like winter. I do.
Wow.
I like winter.
This interview's over. You're gonna have to leave.
I don't know. We always say we're gonna go on vacation somewhere, but I don't know. But the weekends always get booked, and
Yeah,
so we just dream about them mostly.
mostly.
You have to do it.
I
Yes.
know.
Well,
I know.
we've been talking now for 2 years. The thing was when our two oldest grandsons, when they were old enough, we were gonna go do the Disney thing, you know. Well, now we have 2 more grandsons
Babies.
that are newborns. Yeah, they're only couple weeks old now,
Yeah.
and so I guess we're gonna have to put that off for a while.
Or you could just take the 2 older ones.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
we talked about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, okay. How do you spend your mornings? On the phone, ordering flowers.
Mhm.
A couple times I talk to them a day, at least 3.
Mhm.
I like to get all my stuff in one day and get it out the next. You know, I don't keep flowers. I like at weeks at a time. They're fresh. They go out the next day practically, maybe next 2 days.
And we
depending.
pretty much order things as we need them, and we do carry a few things.
We do.
There's some flowers like carnations and so on that keep very well that we can hold over for a couple days, and people always like carnations. So
And our flowers come in at night.
last night it was 1 o'clock, 1 in
Oh,
the morning.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it wake you up?
Well, he did last night. Couldn't get the garage door shut. So.
So yeah, I had to go down and shut the garage door.
Yeah.
But no, we have a keypad on there, and the drivers know the keypad, and they put everything in the garage. And so we get up first thing in the morning. That's the first thing we do is go down, bring the flowers in, process them, cut them, hydrate them, and get them in the cooler.
Yeah.
Cool.
Coolers are filled now with for Valentine's Day.
What is the worst fast food restaurant? They're all bad. I don't like fast food. I'm sorry.
I don't either. If you could only store one type of food in your pocket, what would you carry?
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
You always have mints in your
Yeah, I like mints.
or gum.
He's right.
Alright.
He's right.
You're not gonna live long on mints and gum though.
No.
No. I like candy bars, but
I do too.
If you weren't in your current profession, which one would you be in? I don't know, something, I think doing something with my hands, like building, I enjoy working with wood and building things and, yeah, something like
I was
that.
gonna say hunting and fishing.
Well, that's not really a job, that's...
You make it a job. Okay, what did you want to be when you grew up? Oh God, I don't know. I think famous. I think famous. Yeah, someone who had lots of money.
Oh yeah. And we all still waiting for that.
I don't know. I think that would be it. I don't know
Or
what.
play the lottery. There's still time.
I am.
Are you a cat or dog person? Do you have any pets? I'm definitely a dog person. I don't care for cats. And yes, we do have a dog.
Yeah, that one.
Bella, she's a pug. Yeah, she's a big lump of...
Yeah, she is.
Big lump of pug.
Yeah.
If you were in a circus, which character would you be? I think I would ride the elephants or the Yeah, that's what I would do.
I would have never guessed that.
What would you have guessed?
I don't know.
I was thinking tight walker, but on the road.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.
would be afraid of heights.
You're too
Yeah.
cautious, or
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you really angry?
Oh no.
Nothing.
Yeah, I gotta take that out of there. That's not a fun one. I keep meaning to take this out of
You
here.
better say me. Be honest. How long can you go without checking your phone? Not very long, because it's always dinging.
Yes.
It's always dinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're in the car.
At
Every
night-
vehicle we have order pads, pens,
Yeah.
because wherever we go, it never fails. Somebody calls and
Want something.
wants something or asks a
At night,
question.
I'm sitting down. It's dinging.
It's the way of the world today,
It
too.
is.
We
It
have-
sure is.
We have one person who buys flowers a lot. It was his girlfriend, and now it's his wife. But he used to call like at 4 o'clock in the morning to order flowers.
Matter of fact, he called today.
Yeah.
Before we left.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a little better now. He waits till 6, but
Yeah.
Oh, my
it's
He works, and he thought everybody should be up at that
Yeah.
time. You know.
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It could be a phone call, a text, an email,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
a DM, Facebook message. So you have to keep track of all of these ways people are getting in
I
touch with you
know.
all the
You
time.
do.
And
It's difficult.
I'm not that good with Instagram, and I'm getting
we're not
even
real
messages
tech
on there.
savvy.
No, we're
and
not.
that's one thing our daughter does for us.
Yeah.
She organizes things, and she watches the Facebook
Yes.
and Instagram and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and,
it's a lot.
That helps.
Yes,
Yeah, that helps
yeah,
because I don't have
because-
time to do any of that.
Yeah. What is your spirit animal? I would-
Stewie.
No, I would have to say any type of hawk or owl.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thing for hawks in the house. I'm constantly looking for them, and I see them sitting in the trees along the highway wherever we're going, But that's my spirit animal.
If someone offered to tell you your future, would you accept it? Yeah, I would accept it. Want to hear it?
Not me.
I'd want to hear it. Sure.
No. If you were in charge of the playlist, which song would you play next? Oh, I don't know. I have so many. I'm kind of old school. I grew up in the 70s, so I like, that kind of music, but there's so much.
What's your favorite band from the 70s?
That's even hard too. Wow, there's so many. I'd have to say one of my favorites was Ted Nugent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like him. I don't. You do.
Yeah.
We met him in person.
No offense, Ted.
We met him in person.
Yeah, we did have a very nice conversation. What a nice guy.
If you make dinner at home tonight, what would you do? What would you cook? Well, that's a big problem with us because we can never decide, but he likes meat and potatoes and I like salads and things.
Same.
You like pasta?
Same.
Yep,
in my
I like
house.
pasta and he doesn't like pasta. So my biggest compromise would be I would go take out, somewhere.
We
Hoagie or
just-
something.
Cook.
Yeah.
Scott cooks meat and potatoes, and I get a salad.
Yeah, that's what I eat,
Yeah.
salads.
Yep. If you eat out this weekend, what type of food will you choose?
Meat
Well,
and
that's
potatoes.
another problem. We always say, well, where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? And it's back and forth.
Yeah.
Angel.
And
It's your turn to pick, I say.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually go to some type of we don't typically ever go to fast food, but we go to some place to have a variety of food, and she gets what she wants, and I get what I want.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I don't think we've ever ordered the same thing, have we?
No.
No.
What is one thing you should never say at a wedding? Oh, man. Me directly never say?
No, I think anyone in general. What should you never say at a wedding?
that dress is ugly.
Kind of short.
Or maybe it's a size too small.
No, I never said that. Kind of short. I don't know. I try to be positive. I try not to.
No, what should you not say to wedding? It's not you. It's in general.
Know. Well, sometimes people drink too much, and I think, oh, that's a lot. That's taking advantage. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I can't really think about that. I don't.
Well, we service a lot of weddings, but we never stay at them, so it's.
Yeah, we don't stay till afterwards.
No, I mean,
Sometimes
some brides invite us,
Yeah.
but we never accept because usually we have too much other things going on,
Yeah.
A lot of behind the scenes stuff. I mean, when the wedding's over with, there's.
I'm
stuff,
tired.
You're tired. There's stuff that has to be put away. And it's just the whole business thing,
Gotcha.
So.
Sometimes the bridesmaids are aggressive. They kind of get.
Sometimes. Yep.
But other than that, it is what it is. I want to be there for you and take care of you.
What job would you be terrible at? Let's see. Plumbing. I hate plumbing.
Yeah, you do.
That's one thing. Working on cars is another thing. I just don't. I don't enjoy that. I don't like working on vehicles.
What's the farthest you've been away from home? California. I loved it too.
What do you wish you knew more about?
Working on cars.
Yes. Yes, working on cars. Yeah.
Plumbing.
Yeah. And computers. I hate computers.
If you could sit down with a 13-year-old, what would you say?
13-year-old you.
Oh, if I'm a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
If you could sit down with your 13-year-old self.
Yes.
Oh. Ugh. Enjoy life. What I know today, I would say enjoy life.
I would say marry for money, not for love.
Oh, you're funny.
You can always learn that love and stuff later. But the money.
Are you talking about yourself now?
Yeah.
I think so. Oh, that's funny.
Let's see. Where is the most interesting place you've been? Oh, I don't know. I've been to a lot of interesting places. Our son and daughter, when they were younger, they used to shoot competitively.
Oh, that's right.
And our daughter Molly was on the U.S. shooting team, and we used to travel quite a bit shooting. I've been to numerous countries. I've been to a lot of really neat places. Germany.
I did not do overseas.
Cyprus was beautiful.
I don't
swimming
do well
in the Mediterranean. I've been to some really cool and interesting places with her, traveling with her. So.
Neat.
If you could go back in time to a point in history, where would you visit? Oh, I want to know about the Romans, that kind of stuff. The Knights of Templar. I like Vikings. I like that kind of stuff. I'd want to know more about that. The secrets.
Okay.
I would enjoy that.
What could you give 40-minute presentation on with absolutely no preparation? Probably servicing weddings.
I bet you could do lots though. You could do hunting and fishing.
Yeah,
you could do shooting.
Oh,
Yeah.
he could.
He did lots of stuff.
I'm an avid fly fisherman. I could very
Yeah, he
easily
could.
hunting,
Mhm.
yeah, deer hunting or turkey hunting.
Yeah.
I could probably do it on just about any subject other than plumbing or car repair.
uh, are there any microconceptions about your job? Is that right? Misconceptions about, I couldn't see it, conceptions about your job. No, nothing.
Yeah, these are hard to read. That black on the blue
Yeah.
is.
Oh, is it?
No, there's nothing. I would say no.
At this time on a typical day, what would you be doing? I don't know what time. It's 11 o'clock. Well, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at this time, I would be going to our grandson's preschool to pick him up.
You'd have all your deliveries done.
Yeah, I would have all my deliveries done for the day usually by this time, so that's pretty much it. That's not too exciting.
That's life.
That's life, is right. Do you have any pet peeves? What are they? On what? Pet peeves on what?
In general.
In general. Oh,
You got
God,
lots of
don't
pet
get me
peeves.
I was gonna
started.
say.
I don't even want to begin. I can't think of anything quick. My mind's going. No, I guess not.
No?
No.
Okay. Would you rather be invisible or have X-ray vision?
You're getting the good
I've
ones.
never thought of this before, but let's see. I don't think I would want X-ray vision. It would have to be invisible. I don't know why, but
I don't know why anyone would want X-ray vision.
yeah.
Who's your go band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to? Oh, I just turn on Siri and say, play some music. Nobody really. I like it all. I'm not a huge country and western, but you know, I listen to it. I also like country. What's that band? It's a religious band. They're country. They're just really getting well known. Kings and Country.
Mm.
I like them, but I listen to it all.
Yeah.
I'm not. I know you don't like all that.
No, I listen to any kind of music except for I don't like rap.
Yeah,
I
rap
don't.
is. Yeah, I would say
And
that too.
I don't like rap, and I'm not real crazy over country, but I can tolerate just about any kind of music. What's one food you could eat for the rest of your life? Oh, it'd have to be steak.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
get any
true.
better than that, does it?
Do you have any nicknames, and what are they? No, you call me Hun, but other than that, I don't really have a nickname.
Well, your name is Cynthia, but a lot of call you Cindy.
Yeah.
So that would be your nickname.
Okay, nickname Cindy.
What's one movie you could watch over and
Oh,
over?
I know
I
this
have so
one.
many.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What is it?
I'd have to say Christmas Vacation.
No.
I like
Yeah.
know every line in that by heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Why? What were you gonna say?
Well, what's the one I'll shoot your eye out?
Oh, The Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen
You
that
watch
a
that
lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
I got all the guys in the kitchen T-shirts this year for Christmas. That's with the old guy's face that says
Yeah.
the blessing. Because during weddings, I come down and say they're saying the blessing. Because right after that we start dinner service, and they usually all go the blessing.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, there's a lot of movies I've watched over and over again. I like the old John Wayne movies.
Yeah.
So.
This one, what talent do you wish you had? I think I missed the boat. I would like to play the piano.
Yeah, I admire people that can do that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
You can
'cause
miss the boat. You're not too
I
old.
am.
You can, no, you are not. You can totally learn to
Yeah.
play the piano.
I kind of envy anybody that can play an instrument or is musical because I don't understand it at all.
Me either.
And I
Reading
enjoy,
music.
Yeah, I enjoy music a
You
lot.
do. I do. I mean, I do too, but I always wanted to play the piano, I think.
If you won the lottery, what would be your first splurge? Oh, well, we've talked about this, and I think we would buy a nice big piece of property somewhere, and with not an elaborate home and just someplace a getaway maybe
Mm.
to where I could hunt and fish and we could sit and
Off the porch, get
Yeah.
old.
mhm.
Older. How's that? If you could be any age, what age would you choose? Oh, I'd go back to the 40s. I'd go back to the 40s.
Really?
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
I know, but yeah. Be younger. Wiser and younger.
Okay. What makes you most proud? I don't know. There's so many things. I think my children, my grandchildren. Yeah, I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
They've accomplished a lot. Children have.
Who would you swap lives with for a day? Oh, yeah, Yika. Oh, I'd sure swap with the president, that's for sure.
You can't say that.
I know that, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'd certainly want to change something in a day. I don't know, that's who I would want to be, to change something. Who
What are you
would you
looking at
change?
me?
I'm just wondering what you were gonna say.
I don't know.
All right, you have another one.
Okay. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I don't know because there's a number of places I would like to live. Key West would be nice.
On the beach.
Montana would be nice.
That's what I thought you would say first, just from
Yeah.
the hunting, fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Montana has it all, both hunting
Yeah.
and fishing, where Key West is just fishing.
I'd like to live on the beach.
But I
Me
like
too.
it here
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I like it here. I like the mountains. We'd have to have a jet and take us back and forth.
Oh.
Well, that's when you win the lottery.
Yeah, that's right. What makes you the happiest? Oh, being alive, life, being happy, just the kids, and
Okay. What is one thing you can't live without? I would think a purpose. If I didn't have something to do, I would probably go crazy. I probably
That's a
would.
good answer.
Yeah, we don't sit around and,
no, morning to night. We work.
yeah, we have stuff going continuously, so.
That's a great
That's
answer
good. Yeah.
and a great way to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for coming and
Thank
taking
you.
the time.
You're welcome.
It was nice to learn a little bit more about you both.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
surprised we made it through all the
Questions?
questions
Yeah,
without.
see? It wasn't hard. It's not painful.
No, it was not. It was nice.
So if you want to book Cindy for your weddings or any old thing, any day, it's going to be up after Valentine's, but Valentine's next year. Cindy Bee Floral. She's on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
What's your phone number?
570-337-0523.
She has a notepad with her constantly, so you can call her at 4 a.m. if
That's
you'd
right.
like.
Please don't, but you can. You can.
Thanks so much, you
Yeah,
guys.
thank
This is
you.
really great.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks. We enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
Becky.
Me too.
Yep.